good. Okay, let's go with Mr. Knight.
Okay, thank you. Again, recreation in this area is one of the things that contributes greatly to the community, and something I would like to see more stabilized. First, I'd start by encouraging Kelly Township to rejoin BVRA and find out why they withdrew in the first place. If they're still unwilling to join, then absolutely. There's no point in having a municipality participating that doesn't contribute.
I support the current funding contract with BVRA. It's a valuable organization in our community, and after many rocky years, I believe BVRA is actually stronger today than ever. This is a result of the proper EVP oversight and dedication to making BVRA a better organization. Shar is doing a wonderful and terrific job on the BVRA board. Many people may not know this, but BVRA was operating in violation of the Articles of Incorporation for many years. EVT has helped get the board properly organized and is now in legal compliance. It now has a valid legal board of directors.
A rebuttal? Are you ready?
Not for me.
No? A rebuttal? Sir?
Thank you.
Our next question goes to Union Township. Mr. Reed? Okay. Do you have any conflicts of interest with potential contractors such as Fairchild Brothers?
No, I only work on residents, and I don't have anything to do with highway construction or anything like that. So, and I'm a sole proprietor, and I just use subcontractors that are also self-employed at this point right now. So, no, I have no conflict with anybody.
Thank you. And our next question goes to East Buffalo. And the question is, do you agree with East Buffalo Township employing a township manager at the high salary that has been proposed? Why or why not? And we will begin that question with Mr. Murphy.
I agree. This is a little bit strange. I was not on the board when the supervisors made the decision, and the arrangement is anticipated to last only for a couple more years. This will allow the township to recruit and train a competent replacement. Over the years, Stacy has saved the township hundreds of thousands of dollars with her cost-cutting measures and fiscal oversight. We need to make sure that we hire a replacement who is just as competent as Stacy, and we will look to do that.
I'm not going to comment on the salary, but it is a very unusual arrangement, having a township manager who lives in Florida. It's not ideal for the township. Regardless of the individual, I think it would be far more effective having a township manager who's here every day, can talk to residents face-to-face, can talk to our road crews face-to-face, work side by side with our township secretary. Unfortunately, that situation's not going to change until the end of 2022. And we do need to, I'm sure that someone who lives locally can meet the needs of the township and fill that position in a competent way.
Do you care to do a rebuttal?
What a lot of people don't also understand is that Stacy is on Skype probably 4 to 5 hours a day with Joe in the office. When you walk in the office, if you need to speak to Stacy, Joe can turn the computer around and you can talk to her face to face. So you are actually in the office with her on a daily basis, and you can speak to Joe and Stacy whenever you want to. So she may not be here in person with you, but she is literally a phone call away. So, and she does have constant conversations with the road crews, and she is right there in the same room with them.
We will move on to our next question. This question is both for Lewisburg and the East Buffalo candidates. And I would like to say, I would like to ask the audience to please refrain from talking during the candidates' answers. If elected, how will you work toward more cooperation and less conflict between East Buffalo Township and Lewisburg Borough? And we will begin with Mr. Mummy.
Gee, I didn't know there was any conflict. I think I've already answered that. I think about the only conflict is this whole thing of the regional police force, who pays how much. So, other than that, I think I already answered that.
Mr. Farrell?
I would start by looking at the history of the conflict. I would talk to both sides and get their opinion on how the conflict originated. I would use facts and common sense, and I would again extend an olive branch to East Buffalo Township and encourage the Borough Council to do the same.
Mr. Knight? I'm sorry. Do you choose to do a rebuttal, either of you? Okay, thank you.
I certainly concur with Elijah about the facts and common sense. I think part of the problem is we can't view the residents and taxpayers of Lewisburg as adversaries. And we can't view the board of Lewisburg Borough as adversaries. We're really one big community. Yes, we're separate municipalities. I'm not in favor of merging the municipalities, but there's no reason we can't cooperate on police and recreation and fire protection the way it's successfully been done for many years.
I agree that we need to restore a sense of community. This is the reason why I volunteered for this position to start with 6 months ago. I think that we need to put aside our partisan differences and we come together in the spirit of cooperation. But everyone needs to understand that being neighborly is a two-way street, and that normally does not involve a lawsuit. EBT didn't sue Lewisburg Borough. The borough sued EBT. And so we wanted to try to work this out, but the borough sued us. So we have to protect ourselves and our citizens.
Rebuttal? Yes.
It's not that simple. There's a lot more nuance to this situation than Lewisburg Borough suing East Buffalo. There's a long history there. There's a long series of events that have led us to this point. We have to put that behind us, and that's the only way we're going to resolve this.
And when you start to receive the facts, you'll understand.
Okay. Thank you. We will now begin the closing statement, and you have 2 minutes to do your closing statement here tonight. We will begin, let me give you the order so that you can get the microphone where it needs to go. We will begin with Mr. Greek. We will then go to Mr. Mummy, Mr. Farrell, and then to Mr. Murphy and Mr. Knight. Mr. Greek.
So what I see most in these past elections on every level here is polarized. Everybody's polarized, one side and the other side. And there's a phrase that says, did you know that the left wing and the right wing are all part of the same bird? If we don't talk with each other and try to understand what the other side has to say, and vice versa, nothing's ever going to get done. And so, as people that are put into these positions, we're going to have to reach out to the people and get them to talk to us too.